Hello viewers and welcome back to episode 3 of Vintage Speedster series. So Matt, I decided I want to get a Vintage Speedster.
Okay, good. Glad we convinced you.
All right, so I walked through those doors and I sat down with Matt and said, okay, how do I order? What are the options? How long does it take? You tell me, what's the process?
Once you make the decision, and sometimes people want to see the prices and the details before they make that decision to order, but say you walk through and you say, hey, I want one of these cars. The process is actually pretty straightforward. We have an options list that we can provide you. It's got pricing, it's got everything that you need to make the decision, a small description. Selecting the options is kind of the fun part, right? It's how many times in your life do you get to pick every option on a car, from carpet to transmission to interior color, interior material. There's literally thousands and thousands of combinations of options, and we get people who come in and say, hey, I want this. Can you do this? And the reality is, yeah, we can do anything. If you look behind me, that car's got suicide doors.
Yeah, move it to the back. So I saw that this morning and I was like, what?
Yeah. So not something we traditionally do, but something a client requested, and so with the team that we talked about in the last episode, the team just jumped right in with both feet and made it happen. So
you let me interject here, and when we talk options, as he said, you can do options 101, pretty simple. I am not a grease monkey, so I know my basics and when it comes to cars, but I came into the shop and I've seen pretty, wild things. And I'm sorry, I hope I'm not spilling the guts, but if I do like this, I'm looking at a car that has an STI motor in it.
Subaru WRX STI.
So it's pretty unique how custom they can do. So I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah, that's the reality is, at the end of the day, with anything automotive, it's a question of time and money. If somebody wants to spend the money to have a 100% unique car, the car he's talking about is a matte blue finish car with full racing suspension and a 310 horsepower WRX STI motor going into it. So
I also saw once here that I came into the shop a carbon fiber body.
Yeah, full carbon fiber.
It's pretty out there as well.
Yep. It's one of those things. If you have something that you've always wanted in a car, this may be the opportunity for you to take the next step and get that done. Because we're not saying no to people if they ask us for specific, even odd features.
So that's very good, Matt, but how long does it take?
Well, that's like I said just a few minutes ago. It's a question of time and money. The car with the suicide doors or the WRX STI car, those cars are just going to take a little bit longer. So it's something during the order process. If you call or email, we would just sit down with you and give you an idea about a month and a half window. I'll be completely honest with you right now. We've had a response that's been unbelievable to what we're doing and the way we're building cars, and so our delivery time has been pushed out farther than we want it to be. So right now we're in the process of speeding up production. It's hiring staff, making sure we find the right people who are a good fit for our team. But between hiring staff and increasing our ability with vendors to deliver us the parts for the vehicle that we need in a timely fashion.
And retain that quality as well.
Yeah, and that's the most important thing for us, is I'm never going to sacrifice quality for speed.
I can tell you something, as a customer, I walked in here one day and I wanted my car the next day.
Sure, absolutely.
It's always like that.
Yep.
But when you build a custom-made piece, it's going to take time if you want it done right.
Yep. And we're talking about thousands of parts, thousands of options, combinations, and that's just something that you can't put together overnight.
So there you have it, guys. There's a bit more information on what's the ordering process. We are working on the website to facilitate that ordering process. You want to go into that?
Yeah, so the idea is that instead of having to call me or one of my staff members and walk through this whole process, a video series like this, where we can send you a link to a video, and you can see with your eyes and get an idea of these options that are available and how they work and what they actually look like on your car. It allows you to make decisions, to select options that are going to be perfect for you in a more efficient manner.
And documented.
Yeah, absolutely.
You'll be able to see them.
Yep.
So, all right. So, since we're on those options now, next episode, we're going to go specifically now to show you what are the options as they are being built. So, thank you for having us again in episode 3. Looking forward to having you in episode 4.